Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end.
Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
58! 58, come on! You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, okay.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Right? 19! Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, here we go.
On on second down now. It's Thompson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Darwin Thompson, 59 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run with Hines. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Ready? White 25. 49 to Mike. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Green, come see. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go. Watch out. Go. Shit. Green, come see.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
58, come on. I'm coming after you. Middle.
Throwing is Allen on third. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Wait. Come on. Come on, Nick. Screen. Watch the screen. Check.
Jameis to throw it. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Hines, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Winston. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Here we go. Hey, Mike's 50. Hey, that's scared. Deuce.
Winston from the gun on third down. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Come on. Pass 85.
They run it here with Thompson. The tackle there by George Odom.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Allen's throw is complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a give, right side. It's Thompson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Darwin Thompson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Third and long for Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Black 22. 56. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's keep bringing it. Let's go.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Kill. Easy. Check the call.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll run here with Barber. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That's it. Big hit.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's into the clear. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. On second down, it's Thompson. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
58 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man, here's Foster. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Mike, 58, right there.
Alpha.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
First down, and they're going to throw it down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Thompson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Darwin Thompson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point safely through, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Check 31, check 31, check 43. Watch the safety creep. You win, everything. You got tight. You got tight.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
We're going for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something.
And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Trevor Williams with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Hey, seam six. Seam six. Look out.
To throw, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Regular.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Flushed out right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head.
And that's caught inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check curls. Flip it. Pause. Let go.
Winston now. Touchdown, Indianapolis, as his guys are in for 6, and the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, a run with Thompson. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw, Winston. To the right side to Eric Ebron. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. On the carry, Thompson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Smooth. 58 to Mike.
Throwing now is Allen. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 12-yard line.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Officially, no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They go with Thompson again. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
319. Stop your wow. Check. Crunch.
On second down now. It's Thompson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Regular. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Here we go.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Winston. Ebron caught left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Short little throw to Ebron. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
65.
They'll run with Thompson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Thompson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. He's got Smith here. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Off the play fake, Winston. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Colts on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Wait. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Easy. Green, triple T. Pop. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now Thompson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's deal yourself.